is high-key.
So what is up, the guys here today? Shout out to y'all for joining me on This Week in Photography. I know it's been a minute since one of these videos have been put out, but better late than never. So let's go ahead and kick it off with the first thing that happened this week, which was shooting with Uba and his Jukebox Collective brand. And we shot this at a park, and here are a couple photos that we shot that day. This came out super interesting, and after the shoot, Uba decided to have a Super Bowl party at his house, which I've never had jollof in such a long time. Shout out to you, Uba. And he makes these Spotify playlists, which are what the hoodies are geared for. He listens to like some of the most interesting music you would ever think Uba would not listen to, and I'm just gonna link the playlist down below. You guys can check them out. But Uba, from a dark-skinned Nigerian to a light-skinned Nigerian, yo man, I appreciate you. So at the time, I did not have my car. It was impounded. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go to Zara and get like 2 looks and combine them in one, kind of work with them together. And I don't know if you guys have seen like those Zara TikToks.
Next. Hi, I have a return.
But they're pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. Zara on State Street, I mess with y'all heavy. I'm just saying. After that, I decided to hop on the red line, which is pretty much Cicero on wheels, JK, and went to the first shoot, which was with Ford models. And here are the photos that I took here. I'm really bad with BTSs, but I'm gonna start working on that soon with these videos for you guys to kind of see what's going on. But I've been trying to figure out my go-to looks for test shoots so I can crank them out the way so that at the end I can do my own creative style so I can satisfy both sides of the coin. But one of these looks here, which is this one here, is I'm shooting a backlit subject. So it's giving it this kind of like halo behind her, but right next to a white wall, which gives back that soft light, which is filling in on her face, which you can kind of see here. And it creates this super cool effect. And that's one of my test shoot lighting techniques that I've been going with recently, and it's been killing me. It's been working phenomenal. And after that was the next shoot that I had, which was with Natasha. And shout out to Natasha, and thank you for letting me be your first photographer to work with. I wish you all the best of luck. And here are the couple shots that we took on that same day. And here is also a video of Nicole absolutely embarrassing me in a TikTok. Man, people's dancing skills have gotten way better than early 2000s. Like, let me just go ahead and throw that out the way. So after that day, the next day, I decided to meet up with Tanner, one of my really close friends, and we went to Demo's, which is like a staple in Wicker Park. Like, you haven't been to Wicker if you haven't been to Demo's, pretty much, honestly. And after we go and get Demo's, you know, I gotta do what I gotta do, and I go back and destroy Tanner in 2K as usual. Message him, he can confirm this. But Tanner was too busy swiping on Hinge and Tinder. But yo, shout out to Tanner for always losing. And if anyone has a PSN, send that over my way. And if you got an Xbox,
we don't do that here. So how big of
that day, me and Lucas decided to go to a museum in Wicker Park, which was centered around global warming and preservation of the earth and things along those lines. And as you can see, Lucas was clearly lost in the museum. Cups of the rose, bitches in my whole phone. But I gotta say, we had a fun time. You know, hanging out with your friends is always fun, no matter what you do. After that museum, you know, Lucas had to dip because, you know, Your boy got a date. Your boy got a little date. And I know what you're asking. How did the date go? Well, you know, it went. Let's not talk about it. But at the end of the day, I actually did meet this really cool photographer named Cardio. He took 2 pictures of me on his Canon point and shoot camera. And here are the 2 photos here. And I want to point and shoot so bad. And these are the moments why, because they're just instant. You know what I mean? You just capture the moment. And shout out to Cardio, man. He's going to be on one of these week in photography videos, definitely coming soon. I wish you the best luck, bro. After the awesome date, the next day, I decided to sell my 35mm lens, which I am happy I did, but I regretted it at the time. So I went all over the web, and then I found on Facebook Marketplace a 35mm lens, which was this lens right here, Pentax Takamura 3.5. This lens is awesome. Definitely a mission to go get this lens. I think it was like I drove in central Illinois to go meet up with this dude in snowing weather, but it was still definitely worth it. This guy was an old guy who's been shooting photography for years, and just
the kids don't know how easy they got it. To get one picture, you'd spend hours. But when you were done, you made a piece of art.
Right.
How do you say your name?
You can shorten it to Wale.
Wale?
Yeah.
Ever people call you Ali ever?
Hearing his stories on photography was definitely interesting, to say the least. And this clip is for y'all out there that's be calling me Whale or Willie. Listen, man, it's Ollie or bust, man. Clearly the old guy knows what he's talking about here. But man, I just want to thank him for allowing me to pass on the lineage with his lens. And I'll be showing you guys a ton of more images coming soon with what I captured with that lens. For that mission of getting that 35mm lens, the next day, Ford was having this party, which was like a Valentine's Day party. And I texted the first person that I know that would love to go, Tanner, who went with me at the last modeling party that we went to. Tanner had no response. He was probably on like a gazillion dates, as Tanner's always on. I texted Lucas. I was like, hey man, Lucas, you want to go? He's like, sure, man. You know, come to my place. So on my way of picking up a water filter, because once again, I had no car. I was in the impound. That's, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that whole story. I decided to do some Instagram iPhone photography, and here are the results of some of the pictures here. After these pictures here, I met up with Lucas at his place, and we decided to go to this Ford modeling party, which I was kind of like, I kind of don't really want to go, but you know, we had nothing else to do that was crazier that day, so we decided to go. It was actually a pretty fun experience, and getting to meet Ashlyn, which we've messaged for almost a year now at this point, or even more, and getting to meet you, it was definitely worth it, man. It's crazy to meet people that you know on Instagram, because it's like you're meeting them for the first time, but you kind of really already know them. So Ashlyn, thanks for being such an awesome person, an awesome friend. After the Ford modeling party, me and a couple lady and Lucas, we all decided to go hit the town, go on an adventure in Wicker Park, and guess where we went? To Demo's. Darn right. But after that, we decided to go to this hotel, which is like across from the Wrigley building. I don't know what it's called, but we had quite the adventure. And I realized I don't know any Megan Thee Stallion lyrics, and they called me and put me on blast. I don't know any Megan Thee Stallion lyrics. What do you want from me? I don't know. But that was pretty much the week in photography. This was actually a pretty fun week, man. Shout out to everyone that's in this video. I know I can't just blast all of you guys and socials here, but I really do appreciate everyone that are in these videos, and we have so much more coming soon. So with that being said, it's your boy Wale, and I'm out, y'all. Peace.